What are your biggest, let's talk about some of the biggest training camp storylines. I guess we can start off with position battles to watch. I'll let you go first because you already know what I'm thinking.
Well, one of my biggest storylines are going to be Saquon not being there and watching Eric Gray, the rookie, kind of look great, right? And all of a sudden, look, I was just looking at that and I'm thinking, here's what's going to happen. Matt Breed is a pretty good player. He's going to look good. Eric Gray's a rookie with fresh legs. You know how these running backs sometimes look in training camp, and then Saquon's not there, and it's like, this Eric Gray, maybe Saquon should stay away. Okay, that's gone now. That's gone. So that's good. Position battles, I mean, you know what? I'm going to give you one that's probably not on your radar because you were one of those split out wide, tall wide receivers. And all you wanted to do is catch the ball and run against the cornerbacks and make toe taps and, play to the crowd in training camp. You didn't care about the trenches. I know that. So I'm going to give you a trench battle. Okay?
Oh, okay.
A trench battle. Okay. Who's the starting left guard? Who's the starting left guard? Do you know? Right? Well, we talk. You don't know. You don't even know the names of the offensive linemen.
Branson, Azudu. I know.
All you want to know is the quarterback, right? You're a wide receiver. Who's the quarterback? And oh, by the way, I was open on that play, right?
I
was open. Shoo, I was open on that play. Next time, right? Or on 7-on-7, you're waving. Oh man. Throw it to me. Nobody can hit me. I'm a king, right? Look, Josh Azudu, they like him. They think he can be the starting left guard. He got hurt last year. He had a neck problem. So I think it's Josh Azudu, Ben Bredesen, and let's not forget about Shane Lemieux. They kind of like him. I know Joe Shane liked him in Buffalo. They were almost going to draft him in Buffalo. They had high marks on him in Buffalo. So he's been hurt. He has to stay healthy. So I think that's a legitimate battle. We've talked about the offensive line for how many years with this team, right? They can't just be about the receivers and the running backs and the quarterback. Who's going to block for these guys? So I think that's a legitimate, under the radar, maybe not headline, but it is a legitimate camp battle. Who's going to be the starting left guard?
Yeah, because, I come from my father, Mike London, head football coach from William and Mary. Growing up, he always used to say, you're only as good as your offensive line. So you can be a Saquon Barkley, you can be Daniel Jones, Isaiah Hodgins. You benefit from a great offensive line. I think that's why you see the Minnesota Vikings let Dalvin Cook go, because they've got a really great left tackle. They've got a strong right tackle and interior guards. So where a backup, a RB2, can now be a RB1 within that system. And when you're a New York Giants fan, you're used to seeing, especially the old school Giants fans, you're used to seeing those hog mollies in there and having a strong presence in the run game when it comes to this football team. That's been the Giants' identity for such a long time now. But it's one of those things where, as a receiver, you understand you can't do your job to the best of your ability without a solid O-line. So that is something that every Giants fan should definitely keep their eye on. Obviously, for me, I'm going to say my position battle to watch. Obviously, I'm gonna go with the wide receivers, Paul, because all throughout the offseason.
Of course you're going with the wide receivers.
Yeah,
you love the wide receivers.
Those are who sell tickets. But when you look at it, and you look at Daniel Jones, 15 touchdowns last season. If you look at all the wins from the team last year, that one receiver had a 100-yard game in one of the Giants' wins in the regular season. So you got a guy like Isaiah Hodgins who came on towards the end of the year. Now you want to see what he has in terms of a full body of work. He signed himself a little one-year deal. This could be a payday for him as well. Jalen Hyatt is someone that my eyes are going to be glued on and locked to, not only because when my baby boy was born, that rookie show came up the next morning, and I was holding him, and we were watching Jalen Hyatt and his family, what he was going through. So that whole storyline has always been intriguing to me. Then when I met him at the storyline, I'm like, this dude's funny, man. This dude's funny. He's got a little personality to him. But Darius Slayton is a guy that's coming back, has been this team's wide receiver one. I would like him to see him hold on to some of those drops, unnecessary drops that were really kind of propel him into a true wide receiver one. And I want to see what Paris Campbell also offers to this offense as well. But again, you can't have success, or you can't go down the field, which reports were saying during OTAs, the Giants offense were throwing down the field. That's the next step in terms of Daniel Jones and this offense taking a step to being a solid top 10 offense if you can block that up. If you don't have to go max protection to block up, to throw the ball downfield. So I wonder if bringing in those speedy type guys is because, all right, while we try and figure out, or while the Giants try and figure out what they have within the offensive line, they still have to go quick game. They still have to get the ball out in rhythm, in snap, and bring in a bunch of yak type receivers who can catch the ball and keep running. So I'm with you.